He preys on your goodness, your ability to be shamed or made to feel guilty for what he accuses you of. This is sometimes really, really subtle. You won't even realize it's happening, but this is how he reels you in and he manipulates you. He's gonna make you wanna stay because he makes you question yourself. And this is how he does it, okay? So here's an example. Let's say you believe that you've been brought up to never raise your voice, that you should never raise your voice and get angry. No yelling. Yelling was not okay, not approved in your house, and especially not by sweet you. Okay, so this guy is going to exploit that belief, and he's going to make you feel so bad about it, so guilty about it, that you're going to stick around and you're going to stay with him until he can make that feeling that he put on you go away. That's what I want you to see here. He creates the very thing that you now can't shake off of you until he restores you to your proper place. I'm a good woman, partner, girlfriend, wife again, because I didn't get mad or angry or yell or raise my voice. You're gonna stay with him because he's the one who took this from you. He took you down from your status, which gives him power. You give him that power. I'm worthy because I don't get angry, and he exploited it for his own benefit because now he controls you. Because of you, not him. Because this is your trigger. See, this allows you to let someone shame you, to guilt you, to let the excruciating experience of guilt and shame for this rest on you. And so now you've got it on you. It's no longer about what he's done. It's about how you feel about something you've done that was probably a long held in response to something completely rational to be angry about. But if you don't do anger in your family, if you were never allowed to be angry, you can't do it now. And that's his in here. That's how he keeps you here. That's how you don't see his role. And it's how you're going to soon, if you haven't already, start questioning yourself about whether the problem really is you and not him, because he's activated this deep-seated guilt button in you. So how do we get out of this? Well, the first thing would be to recognize it. Notice your nervous system. Notice this effect on you, this exchange. What happens when he says something and you find your anger rising in you because you're not what he's saying you are, what he's accusing you of, and you feel powerless to say something because you learned to not say anything, but it has to go somewhere. So the resentment builds. Well, what's happening here? Can you feel that within you? Can you feel the tension rising in you? And you want to say so much, but if you do, it's going to sound angry. So you can't go there because that just makes you feel worse. I'm not talking to everyone here. Some of you have developed really healthy understanding and expression of your anger. And you understand that the cycle of staying silent and then the building resentment until it blows up is so harmful to you. And you've worked really, really hard to change this. If this is you and you've put in all your work on this, be so proud of yourself because that's awesome. And you're going to be so much less of a target for a narcissist, or if you're even still attracting him at all. But it's the rest of you, the rest of us that need to hear this because we're the ones that this guy targets. It's when we can't bear to rock the boat or make things unharmonious. And it's if you are usually staying quiet when someone starts voicing strong opinions or even just a strong definitive voice around you. Now, if that's you and you're easily triggered by someone who exploits this part of you, there's nothing wrong with you. We're going to work on this together. But it does mean that as long as you're not comfortable tapping into the side in all of us that has a voice that needs to speak up when we can't live with something or else we'll become resentful, we do have to learn how to do this no matter how difficult and how triggering it is. Because otherwise, this is going to keep us here. It will keep us with at least this narcissist and probably another one if we manage to get away from this one at all. And it will keep affecting all our other relationships with everyone in our lives. When you understand this, when you recognize the trigger comes from you, it's yours. Your trigger of, in this case, I can't get angry. I can't express how I feel if it's not a good, happy feeling, or whatever it is for you. Your trigger is what keeps the narcissist manipulating you, and you control whether or not he keeps on being able to manipulate you. If you can resist the need to engage when he turns a disagreement, a conflict, a misunderstanding into your fault by owning your part in it, saying something like, even if you just say it to yourself, I don't feel comfortable expressing my real feelings here because it was never safe for me to do this growing up where I learned the uncomfortable consequences of this. If you can say that, especially, then he can't keep manipulating you here because you're owning it. See how that happens? You thought you had no power here, but it's the opposite that's true. You have all the control in not allowing someone to push your buttons, to activate your defenses, because this guilt, this shame, this thing that gets activated, it comes from you.